you're back with Viv and it's just vibes. We're back for another episode of my series talking about underrated artists. So today's special guest is Pato. He's also a YouTuber. If you want to go check him out, I've got all of his links, everything underneath, so make sure you show him some love. He is a big Afrobeats fan. He does reactions, he does other content based around the genre, and I know he's going to be great, so give it up for Pato.
All right, guys, already introduced, but yeah, the name is Pato, P-A-T-O, and I am glad to join Viv. I mean, she is doing amazing. You know, she's creating some good content, and I think she deserves all the applause, right? Yeah.
Oh, you're getting me gassed, man. All right, so we briefly spoke on Instagram recently, and I'm glad we did, because we were speaking about underrated artists and who we would consider underrated. And this is going to be a very interesting discussion. Now, time and time again, when I was asking my fans, like, who do you think is underrated, the name Kidi was coming up a lot. Right. Now, when I gave you that name as well, and you were like, is Kidi underrated? Like, I don't know.
Exactly.
So it's a discussion that we need to have. Is he underrated? Why would people think he's underrated? And yeah, just his previous work and other things. So I'm just gonna kick it off by saying I like Kidi. The thing is, I listen to like some of his older stuff,
right,
but I haven't been keeping too updated with him, and I feel like there's gaps in my knowledge when it comes to Kidi. But I know that he's massively celebrated in Ghana. He's amongst one of the biggest out there.
Exactly.
In Ghana, and yeah, he's definitely been rewarded for his songs. He's got hits, he's got tons of views on some of his songs. So yeah, we're going to be talking about why people are saying his name is under that underrated bracket. What's your thoughts on Kidi? Are you a fan? How big of a fan are you? Like, give us the intro.
I am a fan of Kidi, and Kidi came up just about the same time with Kwame Eugene. And both are signed to the same label. So okay. I remember having arguments with friends about Kidi and Kwame Eugene, and I've always had Kidi's side. Because
so like against each other.
Yeah, you know, he carries this swag with the music, and it's just a good combination of what he does, right? So when the question popped up, you know, reacting to or having a discussion about artists who are underrated, I made a list, and actually my list did not include Kidi.
Exactly.
Then we talk in IG, and you are like, a lot of people are requesting or, you know, mentioning Kidi's name. That is when it hit me.
Yes, that, okay, exactly.
Why a lot of people mention Kidi's name? Then I realized that, okay, I have only thought about Kidi as a Ghanaian artist, but not Kidi as a global artist.
Yeah.
So that is where I got the point. People saying that, okay, yeah, Kidi is underrated. Then I started thinking about, okay, yes, of course, that is true. Let's talk about Whiskey. Let's talk about Burna Boy. Let's talk about Davido. Let's talk about Stonebwoy. Let's talk about Sarkodie. Right now, their market is not Ghana.
Yeah.
They are out there.
Yeah.
And that is what everybody is looking at right now.
Yes.
So
because when we were having that discussion on Instagram, you were like, is Kidi actually underrated though? Because in Ghana, like, he's like known as one of the best out there, right? And then I was like, well, really, from my perspective, looking in, because obviously I'm in the UK, Kidi's not someone who like stands out to me. Like, if I think of all the artists, even if I think about Ghanaian artists, for some reason, Kidi isn't one of the first I think about. And that's no discredit to his talent, and definitely he's talented, right? I listen
Right.
to his songs. I know he's got bangers, but why? That's why we kind of need to have this discussion, because why is it not someone who I've got in the front of my mind? Even when I think about just Ghana and like their artists,
Right.
you know, it might just be personal preference, but I mean, the fact that so many people actually brought up his name is very interesting to me.
It's not a personal preference of yours, but you know, it's been a collective idea that came from people that, oh yeah, why not do that about Kidi? Right? Because the talent is there that a lot of people appreciate. So why is Kidi now blowing up like that? Where is he on the international scene? Of course, he's a metro. He's, you know, in Ghana, but hey, outside Ghana, how does the market look like for him?
Yeah.
So it made perfect sense that yes, his name came up a lot of times.
Yeah.
So let me take you back a little bit to who Kidi is. So Kidi, his name, his full name, actual name is Dennis Nana Dramina. And he came up, you know, doing, so there was this thing, or there is, I don't know if they still do it, it's like Moonlight Space, where they bring underground artists in, they give them the platform to perform and show their talent. Yeah, so whilst in school, at the university, he was doing stuff like that.
Okay, I didn't know.
And yeah, and then there is this talent show on TV. He joined and actually won in 2015. And then 2016, and I think 2016, 2017, he had a hit song called Odo. And that is when everybody was like, Kidi, 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 Kidi. And from that time, Kidi has been the Kidi, you know, giving us hit upon hit upon hit upon hit. And then as the music, the Afrobeat genre keeps growing, his name is not really out there.
Yeah. So
you see,
why do you? Because he is bringing out hits. Like right before our video today, I had a look on my personal Spotify playlist, you know, to see what songs do I actually listen to from Kidi, and there was some that I was like, yeah, that was a banger. That was a banger. Like, I was looking through the list. I was like, I'll name some actually. So I have. Obviously, he was on the Drogba remix. That is one that I actually forgot about. Then Thunder, Take Me Away with Stoneboy, Odo, the one you mentioned.
Right.
He's got Anything with Kelvin Boy, and like there's many others.
And Enjoyment, and Spiritual with Kwame Eugene and Pato Rankin.
He's actually got bangers. He has,
and just his personality doing music, the swag that he carries with him. You know, Kidi comes in with, he shocks me. Like anytime I watch his video, the recent video with Tiger, his Touch It remix.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
with
that was
Tiger.
crazy, man. That
crazy. Video is just crazy. Look at some of the outfit that he puts on with the dye hair, and so he is all talented. He is all around with it. But why are we even having this discussion? Because we feel like it's important to have it. And the answers we are looking for is, what happened?
What happened? I don't.
Then it's the
thing is, I'm having a lot of these conversations about underrated artists, right?
Yeah.
And throughout today, the common theme with why most of these underrated artists are considered underrated is not because there's a lack of talent or there's anything that they're doing wrong. It's nothing like that. Actually, it's more to do with like the marketing side of it.
Exactly.
And management and that sort of thing. So there's situations where I feel like certain artists aren't getting pushed to their full potential,
right?
And like in terms of like their marketing and their PR. But the thing with Kidi is, I don't know if that's the case.
It's hard with him, okay, because
Yeah.
he is on, in my opinion, the best label in Ghana, Links
Yeah.
Entertainment. Links
Okay.
Entertainment, they have Kwame Eugene and Kidi. And
Mhm.
these guys, they have so well managed them that,
Mhm.
we haven't seen a label do that to artists in Ghana for so many years like that. Talk
Mhm.
about Stonebwoy. Stonebwoy is an indie artist. Talk about Shatta. Shatta is an indie artist. Talk about Sarkodie. He's an indie artist. Talk about Samini. Those people who
Mm.
made it, they are all independent artists. But for
Mhm.
Kidi to be with one of the best, in my opinion, Links Entertainment, the best out there. But
Mhm.
here's the thing. What is the general vision for the artist coming from the side of the label? Did
Mm.
they only look at the local market? And if possibility
Yeah.
and if possibility only comes, maybe we get to other countries in Africa and we blow up in Africa too.
Mm.
What has
You
been
know,
the
you know what? I think, if I'm honest, like I might be wrong, but and give your opinion, but for me, I feel like it's only becoming like a recent sort of trend for these Afrobeat artists to be like, okay, I wanna work with these American guys and get the remixes on all the songs and make it like everyone wants their TikTok moment now, right?
exactly?
Um, so I feel like Kidi has only now started doing that. Like you saw Tiger come on the remix. That's obviously gonna push the song even more. And yeah, the remix was crazy, 100%. That was like a shock even for me.
That is fire. That is fire. And
Yeah,
look.
yeah.
I think somewhere in 2020, and you see, this is why we're having these discussions, though. See,
Mhm.
made in Eastern New York, the
Mhm.
distribution, label, and Empire in 2020, or I think 2021, 2020, I guess,
Mhm.
they have a deal with Kidi right now. I don't know for how
Mm.
long. I don't know for how long, but the Links Entertainment, his label in Ghana, have had a deal with these two powerful American companies, distribution companies, for Kidi.
Mhm.
So, like you said, we are now probably going to see the bigger Kidi we are all expecting,
Mm,
right?
true. I feel like he's
Because
now going to become like his full potential might now start to show, because
exactly,
I think all the artists who are doing Afro beats and who, all the stars coming out of Ghana, Nigeria, they are trying to branch out, and they have seen now from other people as well in the scene, you can blow up with your songs.
yeah, because I think
Fireboy's done it. Like people are doing it right now,
exactly,
and now's the moment for them all to try and do the same.
exactly, and now everybody, I think they are realizing that the local market is not enough.
Yeah.
We have to go global, we have to go international.
Mhm.
And UK, if you take the top markets,
Mhm.
UK is okay with Afrobeat.
Mhm. Yeah, we're like out. Everyone says out of like away from Africa, UK is like the hub for
UK
Afrobeats,
is
man.
the hub for Afrobeat.
Yeah, man.
US is like 0.1% popular.
Yeah, yeah, they're slacking, man. They need to get on the game, man.
It was just the past summer that I would
Mhm.
drive through town and I would listen to an Afrobeat song for about 50 seconds. The
Mhm.
only person who broke this record is Wizkid with Essence. It
Yep.
was it was on rotation a day. Trust me, they played that
Yeah.
song like 20 to 25 times. But let's come
You
back
know,
to
what? There's like so many things why I think it might not be getting the whole global interest. One is like it's a different sound for people. People
It
who
is.
don't listen to Afro beats and have never, for example, there's people out there that has never listened to Afro
Never,
beats.
never,
I
never.
can't imagine what kind of life they live. Yeah.
Listen.
Listen. There's some people in the world who have never heard anything to do with Afro beats. Yeah.
I will not
Right
take
now-
you far, babe. I will not take you far, babe. Just a couple of months, right? I was talking to somebody and I had mentioned something. It was about music, and I'm like, "You listen to African music?" So he loves rap music, right? So I pull up Lyrical Joe. That's one of the artists, upcoming artists in Ghana, very good. And I gave him to listen to him, and he's like, "What? They do music like this in Ghana?" Man, I mean, I didn't know Africa did music like this, right? I'm like, bro, what do you mean? Right? But he liked it. And then I'm like, so what about Essence? Essence is trending everywhere on radios right now, on local radios. And it's like, oh, yeah, I heard that. Whiskey, right? I'm like, yeah, he from America, right? I'm like, hell no, he's a Nigerian.
Literally, I remember when Essence blew up. Yeah, there were people on Twitter literally being like, I didn't know Wizkid was Nigerian.
I swear to God.
And I'm like,
so it's a bunch of people, it's millions of people who still don't have the knowledge about Afrobeats.
And also I feel like there's people where I feel like they're just not gonna connect with it. You know, they're stuck with what they listen to, and
that's it.
And you know, even with Afrobeats, like even me, I'm a huge fan. I've listened to it for a long time, but there's a lot of songs I don't understand.
Exactly.
I don't understand the lyrics. I don't understand. You know, I try my best to sort of understand the concept of the song and stuff, but I'll never fully understand a song from the minute it starts to the minute it ends, just because there's a language barrier.
Exactly.
So there's people who are not gonna like the fact that there is a language barrier, and they're not gonna give it a chance because they're like, I don't even understand it anyway. So why am I gonna?
What's the point? And I have had this argument online, on YouTube, on Facebook, a whole bunch of times about what an artist is supposed to put in his music to get out there, to be a global artist, international artist, and people are saying, "Oh yeah." About somebody was telling I remember a tweet, somebody was in a form of advising Black Sheriff, right, that hey, Black Sheriff, you know what, you've got to do about 90% of your songs in English for you to go global. I'm like, he's already buzzing out there. If you watch YouTube and you know people outside Ghana reacting to his music, not just because he speaks English. No, so far whatever he's brought out, he has a few lines in English, but majority is Twi. So what will make an artist go out there fully blown? That is a question that we need to talk about someday. But is it also something that is affecting most African artists because of language barrier? They cannot extend to people.
It's weird, man, because like a part of me just feels a bit sad, if I'm honest, that these artists need to strip back their language and all of that and use English and like almost make it more like mainstream for people to actually listen to it. It kind of, for me, like an Afrobeat fan, I feel like some of the music I'm listening to now, I'm just like, man, it just doesn't, it feels too, I don't know, man. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I get it, but CK,
yeah.
Is it CK with Love One Tintin?
Yes, CK. This is something. Yeah, go on, say something. Yeah.
Listen, CK got interviewed, I think, by some American media, and he was explaining. He says, "I'm an African, okay, and I cannot make songs that doesn't depict my culture. So I make songs and I make sure I put my mother tongue in there. But how much of it is good for the market? How much
It's
of
hard.
it is bad for the
Yeah.
market?
It's hard. Like, it is actually hard for, like, if I was an Afrobeat artist, if I was in their shoes, how do you know how much
How
to
much
put
to
in?
put
How do you
in
know
there?
what is like going to help
Yeah.
become more
It's
global?
like
It's hard, man.
I'm stripping away my culture in favor of
Yeah, I
another
agree.
person's culture. And is this something that is really affecting the African artists for them to go global? Because we see the talent is right there. What are we looking at? The voice, production of music, the videos. It's look at the videos that is coming out from the Afrobeat genre. Beautiful,
Trust.
like colorful, like. So you ask yourself, is it just music is just because of what? The language or not? Because I like how Afrobeat is done. A little bit of your local dialect, a little bit of the English, okay? And then the major problem I see is the marketing side. What strategies are in place?
Yeah.
You know, remember the song Gangnam Style?
Yeah.
What part of Gangnam Style was in English?
Exactly.
It went viral like crazy.
Marketing. It was all marketing. Everything is marketing, man.
Everything is just that. And I think our people are, or they have been slow to catch up with the internet and how to use it properly.
True.
What kind of team do they have? Do you have a social media marketer, a promoter for you? Do you have links outside of your country or outside of Africa? Like Cheese, the song Cheese from Kidi.
Yeah.
I love
massive, man.
I love the concept where he took TikTok videos and brought into the main video that he did.
He knew what he was doing.
Exactly, because that would blow. Now everybody want to be on TikTok. If you see yourself in Kidi's video, you'll be like, oh my God. You call your friends. You'll be like, did you see the Kidi video? I am in there. The next time your friend is going to make that video too, hoping that the artist will put them in their video. You see how those things spread. So now is the time to make effective use of social media. Not even about
it's not a question of his talent, or we're not doubting his ability at all. I feel like, to be honest, even talking about his songs and now, to be honest, I don't think he is underrated, man. I'm trying to think, okay, cool, why would he be underrated? Why are people seeing that perspective? To some extent, okay, cool. If we're looking from a global perspective, yeah, sure, he's underrated, yeah.
Right.
Because he hasn't had, I mean, he's had a few.
But then, if we chip in, we will see that it's like that with almost.
Literally most.
You know, almost or the whole Afrobeat genre.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it's unfair to see someone underrated just because they haven't gone global yet.
Yes.
To be honest, like you said, Cheese did very well. It was like TikTok famous. He's had his moments. He just done Tiger. I feel the remix with Tiger.
Yep.
I feel like, to be honest, Kidi is not underrated. He's actually very celebrated. He has been rewarded.
Mon Bebe.
Yeah.
Man, I love that song.
Bro, no, can I tell you what song I love? You're gonna be confused about this one, yeah. man, this song, yeah. What's it? It's called Don't Keep Me Waiting with Kwesi Arthur.
Yeah?
Do you know this song?
I know it.
Bro, like, I'm gonna be 100% honest, yeah. I think the first time I listened to it, I cried. I swear, Pato, I'm not even lying.
You felt it, right?
There was tears actually coming out. Like, me, Viv, I never cry. I literally don't cry. Yeah,
Viv never cry. Viv never cry. I
I
never
don't cry,
cry.
man. I don't cry.
You're
But
like,
that song,
I am Viv and I never cry.
I don't
But
cry.
that song got me crying.
That song though, man, that song is crazy.
So
Exactly.
yeah, a lot of collaborations need to happen, and then they need to just be out there on social media.
Exactly.
Social media is everything now. You can use that to even blow global before you blow up in your own country. Social media,
It's
that is
crazy, man.
how it works now.
Yeah.
And now you just look at how many people are doing, reactions on YouTube, like for real.
Yeah, man. For real.
It's getting crazy.
It's crazy. Crazy.
I
every
swear
time
to
I
God.
go on YouTube, there's someone new doing it.
There's someone new doing it. There's
Trust,
someone
man.
new doing it. So this is the time to take advantage of these resources. You can now wait even the next season or what. So I believe Kidi, it's being the part of his label just being okay with the market they have in Ghana. Now probably they have realized that the world is there for them to conquer.
Yeah, I agree.
That is why we are seeing Kidi,
I agree.
Tiger. Who would even imagine like Tiger singing like Kidi on a song with him? Like, no, it's just about rap music, but that song is fire. They came together and made that fire, and they need to push him to get more for him. Like, I mean, it doesn't end. The links and the connections, that is what
Vital.
needs to be worked on.
Yeah.
That needs to be worked on. And I mean, I don't know.
Man.
I don't know.
Yeah, go on.
In your perspective, being an Afrobeat reviewer, as you go, and I know right now probably you have Nigerian DNA because most of the songs.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna lead a campaign to lure you from Nigeria.
Listen, there's numerous campaigns about that already. People want to know what's going on.
I don't know, but this is what I'm talking about. Identity. You found an identity, Afrobeat identity from Nigeria, and you start.
Do you know this is so funny because I listen to Ghanaian artists a lot, but for some reason, like, they're not. I don't feel like they're dropping as much, and the ones that have been dropping is like I feel like the artists from Nigeria right now it's sort of like the limelight is on them right now.
They are just coming out like that.
Trust me, man.
New artists are coming out just like that. It's like a flash.
Yeah, man.
That is one thing, right? That is one thing. But yeah, you dealing with this. You listen to Ghanaian music. You listen to Nigerian music. Probably some other countries. What do you think will be the number one thing for an artist coming up, either from Ghana, Nigeria, Togo, wherever, coming out from the African continent to really get out there? Can people do it on their own, or do they need labels to push them? That is another question.
I think honestly there is some exceptions where I feel like it's just the internet, man. It's the internet. A lot of it is actually luck as well, if I'm honest. Because right now there's so many talented people, but it depends who comes across your video online, who is going to take you under their wing, who is going to retweet your stuff. Like, man,
exactly.
do you know what I mean? There's a lot. That's the reason why I think social media is a huge thing. Like you said, there's so many Afrobeat reviewers now, reactors. There's people who want to promote Afrobeats. People doing discussions like this all the time now. On Twitter is crazy, man. Twitter is a crazy place. People are hashtagging. People are hashtagging everything, trending everything. Everything is about hype, trend. what is the new thing? Can I dance
Exactly.
to this on TikTok? Can I vibe to this in the club with my friends? Can I make Instagram reels with this? So unfortunately, music no longer is purely based on talent and your label and your name.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
actually because you can have someone like CK who can just blow up. You can have someone who's like Fireboy who was not global at all before.
Yep.
Now take it to a whole nother level. Now he's with Ed Sheeran in a matter of months.
Exactly.
Like, so to me, it's luck, it's marketing, huge percent is marketing, PR, and who is behind you.
And let me chip this in. So as viewers, as we talk about marketing, it's not just you trying to get up every day to post on your social media that hey, I released the new one, go listen to it. No.
Yeah.
It's about hiring professionals who use algorithms to search for people for you. To push it, to push your music out there. So we have to get that one clear. It's not about me releasing a song and saying, I got a new one there, go listen. No. You have to involve professionals. That's what we're talking about. A team. A whole team.
You have to have people behind you in different countries as well. It's important.
In different countries.
Different countries, like, you know, reaching out. I get numerous emails from certain labels and that sort of thing. Can you do this reaction? Can you do this? Can you do that? Because they know the importance of people like myself who have a following,
connections,
like you who have a following. Okay, cool. These people like us on YouTube have followers, they have subscribers. It's literally all just about that now. Unfortunately, this is the way the world is going, but you know, this is how we can actually make Afrobeats go global. That's what I think.
Right, you are right, because you know, I wasn't into this YouTube thing, but because of my research and things that I would like to know from time to time, I was always on YouTube. But then I started seeing people from America reacting to Ghanaian songs, and you know, it gets to where they are using Chi and they are struggling to understand, asking the fans like, oh, can you explain this for me in the comment or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, so people are really, you know, doing.
Yeah.
I can probably do it too.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, man.
And that is how, you know, I got it. And like you said, like, you know, you getting emails from people because it's the connection, it's the links that they want to create, you know. And I've had a few of that too, you know, with upcoming artists and, you know. So right now, the biggest thing in every business is online, internet, social media.
I agree.
If you are not on it,
you're gonna be left behind.
You're gonna be left behind, because even for that luck, the luck you mentioned, for it to shine on you, somebody have to retweet maybe a snippet of your song, or somebody, you know. It's all social media right now, and having the right people working for you, not just by yourself. No, it doesn't work that way. So I think that will be something the artists and their management have to look into and do it properly, because we know that there is a better way of doing it, you know. So they have to do it properly. And I think you know, Kidi he will get there.
Thanks, man. I feel like this conversation was so good. We tapped into so many different discussions and brought it back to, I feel like we both agree he's not necessarily underrated. I feel like there's just certain things that need to be done for him to be pushed more. But big up Kidi, man. He's doing good things, and we're here to celebrate him any day. And I'm glad that I've come on, had a discussion with you. I've also learned some things about his music history, his career so far. It's been good talking to you, man, and thank you so much for coming on and sharing your opinion.
Thanks too for opening up your platform. And in fact, like I said to you on IG, I had in mind to link up with you and and I mean I can't express it, but hey, thanks for putting me on your channel, and I hope more will come after this.
Of
And
course.
I'm up for any sort of discussion,
Yeah.
content that you want to do, and this
We'll
will then
definitely
be the end.
collaborate
Yes.
some more, man. Definitely.
Yeah.
I like
So
your knowledge. You know what you're talking about, and yeah, I it was good. But guys, check Pato out. As I said, his YouTube, everything is in the description. Show him love. Let us know as well what you think about our discussion. We tapped into a lot of different discussions, but do you think Kidi is underrated, or do you agree with us? And yeah, let me know what you think, guys.
If you get a time, check out El Pato, ELPATO, and anything you want me to react to, hey, just put it in the comment section, and we will vibe just like Veep does. Just vibes.
Just vibes.
All right,
Bye.
peace out.